so 6 bazillion. I haven't streamed in a while, and we're actually live for the first time in a long time. So we are gonna get my trusty new glove, and we are gonna work on a little bit of this bad boy here. It is Necropolis for Frog God Games. Even though I haven't been streaming, I have actually been working on the map a little bit. So let's hope that all of the sound and everything is good. And we're gonna jump into this. So I will be uploading this to YouTube, so let's do a little bit of a recap for kind of what I've done and what is yet to be done. There's a lot to be done. But I've mostly done all of the core ground areas. We do still have stairs to do here, here. I think it goes like here, here and here. Those unfinished sections. Stairs down. There's stairs up the left. Doors and everything, obviously. That unfinished looking room is actually a white plaster room, so that is done. There are some stairs to do here, but I'm not doing stairs tonight. Of course, we have all of the stone blocks to do, so they end up looking a little bit like those around the red room. I'm gonna probably do a little bit of brick each night, just so we're not laboring on the bricks, but we get them a little bit at a time done. This area here, I reread this section, and it basically looks like this. There's checkerboard here. There's a whole bunch of pillars which we might work on tonight. There's this section here which the book refers to as a T-shaped grey section with splashes of crimson, and I think they call it maroon actually, and streaks of like a fetid yellow or something like that they call it. So that's what I came up with for that. And then either side of the T, it describes the checkerboard continues, but this time in black and red. So that's kind of what I came up with. These rooms have descriptions, but the floor is not mentioned. And I didn't want to do white. White is kind of like the main colour as you first come into the pyramid. But up here, I wanted to do something that kind of tied in with the checkerboard, but also tied in with the black and red, but also tied in with a little bit of kind of like putrid sort of feeling because of the things that are in there. No spoilers. And ties in with this corridor here. So I think visually what I did for that works. So that's what I'm doing right there. And so I think what we're gonna do, I think there's one room I've not done. Oh, apparently I did do it. Huh. Now one thing I've also not done, you'll notice like there's all of this white here between the gaps. We will be absolutely doing a little sort of sand peeking through like a little bit like here. We're going to be doing that, but not tonight. Oh yeah, like I think I did it when we actually did this here. It's got a little bit of sand and stuff in there. So all of that works. The background, that's also a placeholder. It's kind of like, I was going to say it's the background for the background, but it kind of is. It's a foundation. So we're going to work on it a little bit more. The whole thing, we painted this, right, ourselves, off camera and on camera. And so it's not a repeating pattern or anything like that. The whole thing is kind of this sand type of colour. But I kind of want to put some, either darken it up or put some like streaks of a darker colour through there, some shadows or something, just so the actual dungeon itself stands out a little bit better. I'm tempted to actually really do some strong, like darkening, like on the I was going to say the interior walls, but you know, the other side of the wall, like that dead space. But I'm not sure yet, so I'm not going to mess with that tonight. I think we'll get ourselves warmed up and we'll do some brickwork. I'll show you how I do my brickwork. I took some screenshots and posted it to Instagram, but we'll actually do a video of it. And yeah, and then we'll see where we feel. I'm thinking pillars in that big room up the top, because there's a lot of pillars. They have certain colours. I'm thinking about working on that. So Let's do it. Let's work some brick. If you know what, if we're gonna work this room a little bit, let's actually do them now. So, very quickly, an overview. Did I do it in my head? I did it in... What section did I do it in? This section. Start with the plain color. Add some highlights. Add some lowlights. Blend. Little bit of light. Little bit of dark. Much finer. You see that? So I consider these to be kind of finished brick. And so it's literally base, highlights, lowlights, blend. And then you get into a little bit of light, a little bit of dark right there, like you get cracks and shit like that. So, base, highlights, lowlights, blend. So if we're doing that and we're going to go up to here, we've got our base, we've got our highlights, we don't have our lowlights. So let's start there. I typically just swatch my own colours. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is we're going to use the brush Happy HB. Oops, come here. Oh, there, okay. Let's come over here. And Happy HB. There we go. I'm not going to, I think what we'll try and do is we'll do all around this main hall here, but I'm not going to go down the corridors or anything like that. Oh, let's make sure we're on. That was on the floor, so let's make sure we're on the wall colouring fade. Alright. Now it's not rocket science here, it's almost like I want a little it to be uneven and generally speaking in the bottom right corner just for a level of consistency. There isn't a rocket science to this. Not at this point. I don't want to go too heavy, but I kind of also want to vary it up. This won't take long. Okay. Now, of course, I could have drawn one set of bricks, coloured one set of bricks, and then pasted it over and over and over. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. But the eye would see it, and I don't want that. I don't want you to see patterns like that. So anywhere that I create a pattern, I then do my. Oh, I'm heading off. You know what? I'm going to finish this section. Anywhere that I create a pattern or I start to see a pattern, I will then purposely break that pattern later on. But I'm not with the bricks gonna outright with drawing them and then colouring them, gonna propagate that issue. So everyone individually painted, drawn. Now they don't look particularly brilliant right now, that's okay. It's like a 5-step process. I think all of my colouring ends up being a 5-step process. Like even when I'm colouring towns and shit like that. Okay. I think it would be nice to put some like bricks and stuff actually in. Well, what are we going to call this? What is this? The dead space? It's more than just dead space. But do some bricks and things in here. Dungeon Tomb. Well, Dungeon Tomb, I know it's... Honestly, every time you pop in, I'm always amazed that you're, like, not asleep. Like 3 o'clock in the morning. If I'm awake at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's because I'm rolling over to go back to sleep again. So it's very, very nice for you to pop in. Hopefully, we're back, baby. We're back, and of course, this video is going to get posted to YouTube tomorrow, so you'll be able to watch it all with the smooth sounds of jazz in the background. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Right. I absolutely did not intend to do these side rooms. But it's kind of working out that way, so let's just roll with it. Let's just roll with it. And what we're going to do after this is we're going to do what's called a scratch blend. Any old blend would do. Not too hard, we'll probably throttle back on it a little bit on the pressure. And it will just blend these highlights and lowlights together just a tad. Then we'll come in and we'll do the detailing. This is already looking fine. I mean, you know. No one would bat an eyelid if you put your minis on the table like this right now, right? But we're going to take it one step further in this job. That's what we always do. Anything that could take 5 minutes, we're going to make it last 50. That's how we roll. I think that already with the ink work looks just fine. And anywhere that I bleed over slightly like this, because we are on the walls, we can clean it up easily enough. Now these triangle shapes, I actually need to take a closer look at them at some point, like on the core map, which is above my head, and read about them in the book, because I got a funny feeling that there's actually walls here. I got this feeling that they're compartments or secret areas or something. Oh, and like, if you have been watching the developments on this map and you haven't left out of boredom after I didn't stream for a while, then you're going to remember that there was an area down at the bottom right there that I didn't touch ever since we started working on this, because I had a question, because the description of the area did not match the map that you see above my head, and it left me kind of confused. You know, do I just do all of this wall? I'm going to just do it. I'm going to do all of this wall. Well, I got a response from the frogs for how to handle that area. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what we did and how it differs from the map above my head there, which is the original. Green Loontoon. Hello. I would say we're back, baby, but I feel like I'm just poking my head, like, out from the bunker. So let's just hope that these baby steps lead to big steps that lead to a marathon, and I don't cave. But look, I'm back! At least temporarily. Hey, Tom's here! Hey, Tom! Dungeon, good night, my friend. I took an unexpected hiatus, and it was unexpected because A, never planned on it, and B, what I thought was going to be a night, what I thought was going to be a week, turned into like a month. And I posted about it on social media, but only after like 3 weeks had gone by. But yeah, I collapsed out of mapping and really doing anything other than playing computer games. Like hard, like pretty hard. I don't want to even say I burned out. I don't think it was burnout. It didn't feel like burnout. I'm not sure what burnout feels like, but it wasn't burnout. It was I think just the negativity going on in the world, low ebb, low creativity, low energy to get in front of a camera, you know. And I got a little ill too, and straight up, God's honest truth, I actually started to wonder if I had COVID. Now I kind of knew in my heart that I didn't, but I had some of the symptoms, and I was like, there was one day where I literally could not stay awake, and I was in bed all day, and that is not me. I am the opposite of that. And I started to actually worry, genuinely worry, that I had something kind of bad. Found myself online looking up symptoms, also not what I do. You know, fever, not really, but I do have a sore throat, and my chest hurts, and my breathing doesn't feel good. You know, I'm running through all of this shit in my head. So for the first 2 weeks of me not streaming, I genuinely was not feeling particularly brilliant. But I don't think it was COVID or anything like that. I don't know what it was, but chased it away. Self-care breaks are important, says Tom. And you know what? You're right. And you are an amazingly hard worker. And I think, you know, a lot of people was just saying, yeah, you just take a break and you can't push it. And it was the you can't push it that kind of resonated. Because I was kind of beating myself up a little bit to get back mapping and get back in front of a camera. And then it dawned on me, you can't do that. You gotta just take your time. So last week I was mapping. I did work on this a little bit, and that felt really good. And I was like, we'll get back into it. We'll get back into the swing. And you know what part? Seriously, part of this, exercise. I have not exercised like all year. I'm not gonna go down there. That's crazy. I need to stop. I'm gonna end up doing the entire dungeon. Let's just do one piece every night. But yeah, I have not exercised all year. And in my life, I've kind of like done a wave pattern of being like super fit, super in shape, super ripped, to crashing out. Like all of a month of working on Teagle, I did not work out. So I kind of do this, and I'm definitely not in shape now. I'm definitely not. And that is like working from home and not having an exercise routine. And it just started to get soft, you know? And I think that was part of it. And then the beginning of last week, started exercising again from home. So I finished the day job, start working out, and it's helped. It's helped clear my brain. It helps reset my brain from the day job into then mapping. You know, it almost helps the creativity, keeps the cobwebs blown off. So now I'm doing that every single day. Okay, scratch blend. Now the scratch blend is not going to be nice with this machine of mine. So let's... Is it under my special effects? I think it is. There it is. There's the scratch blend. I've got a much more powerful machine coming. Hopefully in the month of September. All being well. So that'll be fun. We'll get to experience that together. But in the meantime, let's just take my blend down a little bit. There we go. And we'll just have to do it a little bit at a time, because this is going to be pretty heavy. Anyway, screw me. How's everyone else been doing? What have you cool kids been up to? Anything fun? Projects you've been working on? This is step 4 of 5. There we go. Looking nice. Looking good, Mr. Kusu. Oh, Tom, maybe going back to the UK next week. Borders reopened. Nice. Nice. Where in the UK are you gonna go? Allow me to live vicariously through you. This is good. This is good. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. It's almost like we created a little texture for each brick. Very cool. Suffolk. Suffolk, back to your parents. How long's it been since you've been there? You know, lived in England 30 years. I don't think I ever went to Suffolk. I swear I've got American friends who have actually seen more of England than I have. I think for me and England, I think it was partly because I was not big on the beaches and everything. Like, I'm not really a beach person, so like I never really had this compulsion to ever like jump on a train and head anywhere. In fact, I first went to Cornwall when I returned to England once to visit Mum and Dad, and we all decided to take a joint holiday in Cornwall together. It was the first time I'd ever been there. Apparently, not well travelled, me. This is working out. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. Just soften up those edges a little bit. .90% farmland. Okay, okay, yeah, I know the type of place. I know the type of place. That's one thing I will say about England. There's not really many countries in the world that have the green pastures like England has. Everywhere's got farms and shit, but only England seems to have it like that. Come on, baby. You can move. You're not gonna move? Really? Hey, Kid Geek and Alex Vixen! Look who's in the house! This is a pre-recording. It is a repeat show that I first filmed 6 months ago. And we are now doing repeats until the original host returns to her channel. Thank you looking for the follow. 1 kilowatt. 1 kilowatt. 1 kilowatt. 1 kilowatt. 1 kilowatt. Stop overthinking it, Faden. Okay. But I'm back, baby. Well, at least I'm back for this evening. Let's just see if we can actually string 2 together before I start getting too cocky, yeah? It's good to see everyone in the virtual sense. So I had to anticipate Cave in my recording of 6 months ago that this would be needed. Why is this happening? This is really being weird. Including anticipating the question that you were about to ask, which is going to blow your mind when you think about the timing of me pre-recorded answering a question that hasn't even been asked yet. And what's really going to get you going is when you think, holy shit, did she actually finish the floors of the map and then 6 months later go back and start again? Cave Geek says, I recommended your name on the World Building and Maps group to someone looking for commissioned city maps, but more for giving you exposure in a particular job. Thank you. I need the exposure. I don't need the exposure. I want the exposure. It's different. I am literally thinking about hiring a PR guy. Think about contacting Pex. Actually, I'm not thinking about it. I'm going to. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get a PR guy. Cave, you and I are alike in some ways, in that our commission work does not come cheap and it ain't fast. Kind of takes us out of the market for quite a few assignments, right? But I've realized a while ago, this is what I do and I'm okay with it now. Like if someone contacted me and said, I want a city map, can I get it in like next week? Nope, not the way I work. Alright, Cave, I will talk to you first, because yes, indeed, you do have some experience in the matter. But yeah, I want someone to basically handle my Instagram, handle my, I don't have Twitter, so actually get me on Twitter. Facebook, Patreon. I am extremely neglectful of all of these things, and I'm not, screw it. I'm gonna throw some money at this. Wasn't intending to do this many bricks tonight, but you know what? Anything to get the show back on the road, huh? Brian! Hello, sir. How are you? Good to see you, Brian. By the way, Brian, I don't think I ever downloaded the 4 finished tickets that you did for me. I got the main one and I downloaded that, and then you said that you were going to alternate the ticket numbers. I don't know if we ever did that. And if we did, I didn't grab them. Yeah, this stream has been dead, my friend. It's been dead. It's been in the land of the dinosaurs for a month. But I'm gonna blame how shitty the world is. Oh, the year was 1778, yes. High class lady with a handler. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. I will take it. Don't know about the high class, but I'll take the handler. Yeah, but Cave, you're at least streaming. Even if you're streaming games. I mean, I play games every day and I never stream them. I mean, I like the cut of your jib, sir. It's like fire up a game and play it with friends, you know, watching you. You got the right idea. So Brian, did you hear my question about the tickets? You know, why are we doing business like this online? But I could like just PM you, or I could just ask you right now. Did you ever do the tickets with the alternating numbers or the different numbers in them? By the way, just so everyone knows, Brian McWhirter does a hell of a lot of maps and things for Call of Cthulhu, but he's actually really freaking good at creating props too. And he's done it a couple of times for me now, creating like travel tickets that you could like print and give out to players that are researched and look like they're from 1920s, and they're freaking awesome. Alright, Brian, I will have to download that. Keep that there until I grab it, okay? Until I confirm that I've got them. Because I just grabbed the ticket with the one number on it. Alright. Then we're going to come back through all of these stones and we're going to start drawing little lines on them. Yes, Brian would definitely hook you up with a fake ID. He's actually really bloody good. He's really, really good. Like, I wish I had reasons just to use it for so many things. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Give me that little bit of roughness. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. There we go. I know, I've got a feeling, Brian, that your documents are better than anything that they had back then. Your documents look so good. So good. You know what I'll actually have to do, Brian, is I'll have to look ahead a little bit and see if there's anything else that I need. The problem is I don't know where the players are going to next, right? So it's almost like I do a chapter and I know that the players are going from England to Egypt, but only because I literally asked and they told me, so I can now read and research ahead for them. So I don't know if they'll go from Egypt to Africa or Egypt to Australia, so I can't predict what tickets or travel method that they would want to do. I can say when I know, I'm going to get you to create the tickets for me. Alright, so let's just do a little bit of blur right here. There we go. There we go. Yep, that's good. Okay, Last step. We are going to... Let's do this. Let's do that. And pretty small, actually. Pretty small. Let's do 25. What's going on here? Oh, I'm still on smudge. Why is it on smudge? There we go. That's much better. No, it's okay. It's fine, Brian. Honestly, the one that you've sent me, I've still got it. I just haven't been back in there at all. And I really, really, really appreciate you doing that, by the way. Really. Like, you're inspiring with the quality that you get. Makes me want to, like, just come up with ideas for you to create things for them. Alex Vixen has a small happy in the corner. Small happies are good. Big happies are good too, but having a happy in the corner is good. That sounds wrong. Yeah, I am not encouraging people to have a happy in the corner, okay? Now my brain has just gone all kinds of dirty. I don't think that this step, by the way, is like needed at all. I just love the net result. And that's about the print size right there. So that's not looking too shabby. That's not looking too shabby. I don't know why I'm going up there. Stay on target. Cthulhu Power Ship. Yeah. That I'm looking forward to seeing that. Oh, it's Alex's birthday. Come on. Alex, happy birthday. That's fantastic. Come on, everyone. Wish Alex Vixen a happy birthday. That's awesome. Well, I hope you were spoiled rotten. You know what? I'm gonna hit save because my computer is so slow nowadays and this file is so large it actually takes a while to save in the background, so I'll just have it doing its thing. The new computer, when it gets here, has that NVMe drives. So super fast solid state, and it's got like 4 terabytes of it in there. So I'm hoping things like saving and everything will be a lot faster. But also, we shouldn't be working on a bloody file this big. I mean, really. Why didn't you get a new computer recently? Or was it just some hardware or something? No, you had a computer like break or something on you, didn't you? I typically do not upgrade my computer, honestly, as much as I should. Like, I've got 10 years on this computer, maybe 8. And all I've done is I bought some more RAM and graphics card. And even that was like a while ago. I think I should make more of an effort, like even every year, upgrading something in the machine, you know? Until the motherboard can't handle it anymore, which is the situation I got with this particular computer. The CPU and the motherboard are like 8 years old. And it's like, what am I going to upgrade in this now that makes it worth it? So, time to move on. Time to upgrade. That's right, you had an overheating problem. Right. But you replaced it with a 2012, which in and of itself probably needs to be replaced. Gotcha. We just... Yeah, I think I'm okay with this. I'm not waiting for this per se, but I'm expecting sometime semi-imminently this Cintiq 24 to crap out. It has to happen, right? It has to happen. I think I want to say it's 6 years old or something like that at this point. At some stage, it's gotta crap, and it's gotta barf and die on me. I mean, it just has to, right? So that's when I'm gonna get a Huon instead. And there are there's actually quite a lot of streamers. They will have a streaming machine that handles all of the streaming while they work off or play games off something else. So maybe that's something you could look into. It's like, no, it doesn't do the streaming, but have a different machine that handles the streaming for you. I suspect that would be a very cost-effective way to do it. And if you do that, let me know, actually. keep in touch with me. Let me know how it goes and what your setup ends up looking like. I don't think anything I'm doing here particularly is like heavy for streaming. I think if I was playing games or something, maybe I'd have to sort of look into an option like that. That rock looks like a potato. Oh, these little fellas, aye, they look like spuds. And we're going to be doing a lot more spuds on this map before we are done here. Like, all of this background is going to be full of spuds. So I was kind of doing them as a proof of concept, but I kind of want to do this type of thing all the frick over. That will be for another time. Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna go spudalish all over this thing. It's gonna be like a spud bukkake. Well, where did I leave off? Okay, did that. We got as far as the spuds, and then I started doing spuds all over the place. So, Mr. Cave Geek, sir, what have you been playing recently? What is the game that you've been streaming? Or are there several? This is absolutely not what I intended to do tonight, working on this. But it needs to be done, so it's a great way to show how I'm intending to do my brick. Phantom Jet! Whoa, whoa. I am here. I was going to say I'm back. Baby steps, baby steps. We were just talking about you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Binged right through Middle-earth Shadow Mordor. Right on. Good game. Good game. Shadow of War, which are amazing. Fantastic. Then started Horizon Zero Dawn. Actually, I want to know about Horizon Zero Dawn. I was actually very intrigued about that one, and then a lot of the reviews were kind of like, eh. So it kind of cooled my jets on it. But, you know, every time I see it, I go, God, that looks good. Jen, why were you talking about me, and who to? And if it starts with Zach, then, I don't know. Pretty good here, looking pretty good. Am I allowed to do that? Am I allowed to look at my own map and go, oh, looking pretty good? Or is that just big-headed? I've never played Monster Hunter, but between Monster Hunter and Witcher 3, I mean, that sounds outstanding. You see, you're making me want to really take a closer look at it. You really are. Matt, Susie, and Zach. Holy shit. I do not want to know what you guys were talking about. Cave, I might keep it to that. Depending on what happens this evening. Jed, what map were you looking at, out of curiosity? Like, was it like the Whisper and Venom one? In anticipation for, like, the relaunch type of thing? Every conversation switches to Jack eventually. It's a little bit like the casinos in Vegas, you know? When players stay there long enough, they will always end up losing. If you have a conversation long enough, you will always end up talking about Jack. It's just, that's the way it works. It was a map I did? And it's older than Whisper and Venom? Really? Hey, as long as I get a cut of this organ money, I actually don't mind. And I'll actually willingly draw my house plan to make for an efficient in, get Jack, chloroform, into the bathtub, I'll provide the ice, out with the organs. That's how we afford new hardware. And Zach's trying to get me to do like this exercise bike thing now, which has a virtual element to it. So I'm going to need the cash. Alright, let's hit save again. Good to see you too, Jen. Thank you for dropping in. Go put the flamethrower on whatever dinner you and Zach are having. Alright, see you later, Cave. Maybe this stream ends up being working on bricks. Maybe that's what we'll do tonight. we've got to now come back through all of these bricks with a dark colour in the bottom right. You might be able to hear a cat meowing in the background. It's because he's being starved. Food, you know, bottom of the bowl is visible and all the rest of it. He can wait, same as me, and get his food after the stream. Alright, just a few more of this. Yeah, they got some nice depth when we do it like this. It takes a while, but they end up looking pretty good. Did I? Oh shit! No, we got all of that to do. And then down there. Well, you know what? For variety, we're gonna come up from the south. I don't like that one. I don't like that one. Hold on a sec. Let's take them back. A little bit subtle. Sometimes less is more, right? Less is more. Okay. Cool. White bit's done. Now we're gonna go dark. And let's get back around the other way. Just a minute. Things a little bit more interesting. This is just, you know what? Screw it. We're here. Let's do these. All right. let's not go too far. Let's come back over here. Alright, so this is basically my approach for the bricks in this place, for the wall blocks. It's almost like we're doing a little bit of texturing, you know, we're creating a texture that is unique per block. Time check. I think when we've got this done, I think we'll plan out what we're gonna do tomorrow night. But I think that will be our stream. So definitely worked on something I wasn't anticipating working on tonight, but needed, right? Needed. I think what we'll do tomorrow night is actually work on the big room, and we'll probably work on the pillars. I think the pillars and the lighting. The pillars are serpentine in color or something, if I remember the description. But there's a lot of them, so that will definitely keep us out of trouble for a while, working on them. And then the lighting is kind of freaky. It's like it's got lots of shadow, and it's kind of got like, I think it's like purple or green or sort of like orbs floating in there, but they cast these deep shadows everywhere else. So that, I think, is what we're going to work on there. We're basically going to start detailing the rooms, and we're just going to pick an area, we're going to work our way through it. We will also be working on a Troll Games project. We might start that this week, and I may even alternate them, the project. This can be very different. It's a series of settlements. touch gun. Come on. What the hell? It deselected my pen. Okay. Okay. Getting close. We're getting close here. anywhere that I feel like I've overdone these little lines, we can put a little bit of very soft scratch blend, you know, on it, merge them in just a tad, and that will fix that problem. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. I think generally speaking, these are looking fine. You know, the objective is just to add a little bit of extra sort of texturing here. I think we're there. I think we're there, right? Yeah, we're there. We're back at the beginning. There it is. Okay, cool. So that is, let me hit save before we forget. That is all of the bricks in the top area done, which will be handy for actually then if we take a look at the map cam. There we go. We're going to be working. Oh, there are actually no stairs there. Oh, interesting. Well, that makes that simpler. Okay, very cool. So I think what we're going to do, you see all of these pillars? Look, you see in 24 and 25, this is pillars and pillars. Then we've got these big pillars and even more pillars. And then we've got, well, actually there's like, it's like a statue or something right here. But you see these bits? Like that, okay, so that definitely at the top there is, Area 31 is definitely secret. I'm not sure what's going on with 29 and 30, so we'll have to figure that out. The X's are the checkerboard that we've got. There, and there. I think I've got a little bit more checkerboard than he's got. Do I have more checkerboard than he does? His grey comes up to here. Look at that. Huh. I might have to steal some of my floor and fix that. But not today. Not today. But yeah, so then the 26 and 27 got some like little statues and shit. But I think all of these pillars, that would be a great next thing to work on. Maybe tomorrow we'll fix this whole area with the checkerboards. Clearly we've got to remove this bit of a checkerboard right there. We'll bring up some of the grey. That won't be a problem. Yeah, I think we're at that stage of now coming back through and starting to add some of our room details. And I think we'll do the pillars at 28 first, and then we're gonna pick a room. We're gonna pick a room and we're just gonna go nuts with it. We do have portals, arches, doors and things like that to add. I have not decided what I want to do with area 2 down here. You see, or I should say area 1. I haven't decided yet on that. Oh, and before we leave, this area here is right there. And you'll see above my head, you see this F? That's like I'm gonna call it. There's a I don't want to say a portal, but there's like a block. There's a stone block, a coloured block. We have to do all of those F, G, E, etc. And you come through here, and it looks like there's a block there. So you go do, and there's a trap, and the trap is meant to be the block that is sealed behind you. And you go, oh no, how do I get out of here? And you just walk straight out. So I asked about this, and they talked about moving this block so it would actually block you. You get it? But I decided I'd actually do 2 blocks, like here and here. So these blocks here are actually larger than any other block on the map. So an astute player would go, huh, what is up with them? Well, they're part of the trap, and when you get here, this whole area gets sealed off, and you dead. Something like that, anyway. So, yeah, tomorrow, let's just stay at the top here. Let's fix the checkerboard tomorrow. Let's get all of our pillars in here. and maybe we'll start messing around with the lighting in there because it sounds really cool. We'll see if we can actually pull that off. These areas over here, we might play around in them a little bit, but then I think what we'll do is we're going to come right back down here and we're going to actually start detailing this whole area up. And that, by the way, includes this floor. Okay, we're gonna really start getting the detail of the floors done. We're gonna start cleaning them up a little bit. We'll start throwing a little bit of sand piles here and there, and we're gonna walk our way through this entire map. Just one room at a time, and I think we'll start there. But that'll be kind of like Wednesday night at that point. So yeah, that's where we're at. We did way more blocks than I thought, but you get to see like what my process is, and honestly, we did a good chunk of the map tonight just on them alone. So that area is looking pretty good. So on that note, I am going to bid you adieu, and I'll be back tomorrow. I'm trying to figure out a new routine. I was starting around 4 o'clock Pacific time. I'm pushing that back down because I'm actually trying to insert a little bit of exercise. So it's probably going to start being 5:30 Pacific time, like every night. I think that's where we're going to start resettling on this one. So on that note, I'm going to be back tomorrow, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and we're going to keep working Necropolis from now because the sucker's taking shape. It's taking shape, and I really want to see if we can get some good lighting effects going here in this room. So with that said, I love you all. Thank you for watching. I will see you all tomorrow.